Hello, everybody, and happy. What is it? What's today's Monday or Tuesday?
Today's Tuesday. I think the 20th.
Wow, Tuesday the 20th. I lost the whole day. Anyway, we're still doing Shine the Light. We have Judy Ries here today. Everybody know who she is. She's always in the supporting people on different webinars and stuff, and so she's here with us today. We do have a technical problem again. It's
Not
she can't she can't hear us unless she uses the phone. Sorry about that, but we're not sure why it happened, but it happened yesterday too. Anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Chris so he can introduce her. Chris Johnson.
oh, don't do that again. Good morning, brother. I love you. I love you too, Judy Reese. As I said, Judy can hear me through the phone. Same problem as yesterday, but I had it. So she can hear us through the phone. But I don't know a lot about Judy's personal life. We're going to find out a little bit more and whatever she's comfortable of telling us. She's a beautiful sister. I've known her for quite a while. Behind the scenes was what she does, and she does get on pretty much all the webinars and supports whatever's going on. So, on that note, I'm gonna bring. Let me get you in here first. Put her in the center. Judy Reese. Don't take me off yet, Marty. As soon as I say the floor is yours, you can put your phone down, and we'll talk when you're done. Just say Marty, Chris, I'm all set or something like that, and we'll pick the phone back up. We can talk to you.
Okay.
All right, the Judy Reese, the floor is yours.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Marty, Chris, and Mr. Ashmafara for starting all of this adventure we're on. I live a very quiet life. Um, Born and raised in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada, where I am now. I migrated back here in 1964. And I met the love of my life, I thought, a Jekyll and Hyde, but that lasted 6 years and I bowed out. And then I just went back to work at the university, working in Key Punch, which probably 90% of the people don't know what that is, but it's preliminary computer work. Anyhow, from there, I ended up meeting a very nice, kind, gentle person. Went with him for 8 years before we got married, and we were married in 78, so we had a long life together. Unfortunately, he passed away in 2021 from dementia. He'd been in a care home for 11 years, so it was a whole different life living in a care home, and I was there from morning till night, pretty well 7 days a week. But it helped him through it. It helped him get through life the way it was, not understanding what was happening to him. And anyhow, that was our life. We traveled an awful lot, which I dearly love. I'm connected to my steering wheel in my car because that's what I do. I got a job in Regina. I moved back here in 70. Got a job here, which was good. I worked at the university for a while. And from there, I moved back to Indian Head to the farm with my husband, second husband. And we had a very good life. We worked hard together. We were always together. What one did, the other one helped compensate, which was amazing because lives today aren't that way. They don't spend enough time together to really get to know each other and to respect and love and just have the faith that this is going to be a good life. And it was a good life. And it still is. When Frank passed in 2021, it was tough. I didn't know what to do with myself. I just sat in my chair for 2 or 3 months. Where am I going from here? There's no escaping it. You either live or you let yourself die. And I decided to pick up my little girl boots and get on the road, start traveling a little bit. I went online first and I found a wildlife program, and they were looking for volunteers for rescuing and transporting. And I was grown up terrified of birds, but lo and behold, I ended up capturing and rescuing owls, any kind of bird that could fly and was injured. The hotline would phone and say, "Can you go?" And I'd say, "Yep, I'm just right on it, on top of it right now." And then from there, my good friend, dear friend Pat, my sister, Patricia Parent, kept calling me and saying, "There's something here for you, and I'd like you to take a look." And I would just say, "I don't have time." So in 2021, in the fall, I went to visit with her, and she said, "Okay, I'm going to sit here and talk to you about this company you should be in, because you need more than just yourself and your car and your birds." So I listened and I joined. I thought, okay, I'll take a look at it. And when I did, and I heard you two guys talking, I heard Mr. Ash talk, and with Pat guiding me, I signed up, and I've never looked back. I really haven't. It's given me a cause to live. The same with wildlife. Um, sorry, it's uh, it's an adventure. I hope to be able to travel and meet people through ONPASSIVE, which is my whole family now is ONPASSIVE. I can go anywhere when I start back on the road and meet anybody. I love to help people. I have a big heart. Sometimes I get taken in a little bit, but hey, that's life, and you learn and grow by it. It's Mr. Ash Mafara and his visions have been so fruitful. They've come to life, and everybody behind him, praying for him, guiding him as he's guiding us. And it's amazing. It really is. You meet all of these friends, people, different cultures, different customs, and it's beautiful. I just had no idea what was outside of my own world, really, other than my car and travel. And you take time to talk to a few people, and I'm always giving smiles to people because they need a little ray of sunshine in their lives. And that's my goal in life, is to bring happiness and to bring joy to different people, different homes. I love children. I have 7 grandchildren, 7 great-grandchildren. So they could keep me busy, but they all have their own lives. And who has time for an old girl? Anyhow, I know my friends do. And that's really important to me now. I have built up my friendship, because being in a care home for 11 years, you don't mix with your friends. I didn't contact people. I had a lot of phone calls, but I was just too tired to return calls at night. And so now I feel like I'm free. I'm free to do what I want when I want. Sometimes it is lonely, but I just pick up on a webinar and I look at the smiles there and the happiness and the joy it brings people. Just to be able to talk to other people on Passive, it's out of this world. I probably am talking too fast and I'm just about done. But I went to work for the last 6 years, just 4 hours a day in a tax office, meeting people. And I had done a home-based business in tax for 30 years, which just for seniors that didn't have anything. And I loved doing it. I'd drive out to, 50 miles out and pick up their tax income forms and bring them back here and do them, and then take a trip out, take groceries with me or whatever I was thinking they were needing at the time. So it's rewarding. My husband would come with me and just sit in the car, and he says, "Well, you did another good deed today. Somebody's shining down on you." And I do a lot of praying. I have the last 3 years especially to keep me strong and to put one step in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. It's a good life. It really is a good life. And when you get online into O Connect or one of our other platforms, it's going to blow your mind. I mean, people don't realize what's coming. And when it does come, it won't come with a rumble, it'll come with a roar because it's happening. It's happening now. And Mr. Ashmafara and all of his team and all of the supporters, our leaders, people around the world that have really had not much to look forward to, have a lot to live for now. They just, they, I don't know, I'm losing words here, but it's a great life. And I'm so glad to meet you two guys. You're like, I don't know, I can't put a name on the two of you, like soldiers, I guess. You work together so well and you look so happy all the time. I know we all go through troubles, but we have to remember there's always a bright side on the other side of the coin. So we just have to learn to live together, love together, and stay happy. And I think that's about all I have to say.
Well, Judy Ries, hold on. Let me turn this back on. Can you hear me through your phone now, Judy?
Yes, I do.
Okay, listen, absolutely wonderful. You said a few key things that I loved, and I'm going to tell you right now, us two guys got time for any old gal that wants to talk and wants to share their personal experiences. You said something that a lot of people have said in ONPASSIVE, and we haven't even gotten where we want to go, but it had set me free. It saved me. I hear that quite a bit. I did not know about the birds. I'm sorry about your husband's, the loss of your husband. I do remember that, but I will say sorry again. You found peace. You found freedom. I know Pat Parent, and you are very good friends.
Yes.
And I know that you actually stepped up to the plate when Pat needed some help, and that was awesome. You are a true founder and an amazing woman. And a lot of people, you're right, they get in their couch after stuff that you've gone through and they don't get out of the couch. And you said, oh, no. There's a lot more to life than watching Jeopardy on TV. You know what I'm saying? Like we all did. But I am glad you came on here. I think you're beautiful, not only inside, but outside. And I can't wait to see you travel all over the world. Marty DeGarmo, to you.
Judy, can you hear me?
Yes.
You were amazing. What I'm so glad I got to really meet you. I've always seen you around. I love birds, by the way. I've loved them since I was a little kid. I've had birds. I had a falcon. I've got an African gray right now. How old is he? He's 20 years old. We've had him since he was a baby. Yeah.
He's got a dodo bird.
I got a dodo bird. I call him Chris Johnson, but I got him trained. He listens sometimes. But no, you were amazing, Judy. I so glad. Listen, you make sure you come to all the webinars. I want to see you. You got a big family here. This was fantastic that you came out and told us about yourself. Now, you didn't say you were Judy's sister? I mean, Pat's sister, did you?
No.
Oh,
she's
okay.
like a sister to her.
Oh, like a sister. Okay. Yeah, she's amazing. And so are you. So I thought maybe you were. I didn't know. But yeah, go ahead. You wanted to say something, I think.
Yes, could I just relate a quick story on birds?
Yeah,
I
please.
grew up terrified of birds, and my boss at the time from the university asked if I would babysit her bird. So I'm going, no, not really, because I don't like birds. And she said, he's just an old budgie, and I'll just leave him in the cage, let him out once a day to fly around because he needs exercise. And I'm going, that won't happen in my house. But anyhow, I decided after the 10 days she was away, I'd better let this geezer out because I don't want him to die or not be able to fly when she gets home. So I opened up the cage and the door came down. I opened up the cage, and when he came to the door, I got scared and I snapped it shut, knocked him out cold in the bottom of the cage. And I'm going, oh my God, I can't give mouth to mouth on this bird. I can't even look at him. So I put a towel over his cage and I walked away. Then I came back and I thought, darn, I can't just leave him laying there. So I picked him out and I just stroked him and talked to him, and we became friends. About 2 weeks later, I ended up with my own budgie in my house.
Wow.
It was amazing to be able to take care of him and watch him, and you do this to poop him before he gets out of the cage, and then he doesn't make a mess. And
Yep.
he talked to me. He played dice with me on the floor, and it was amazing. But as I joined Wildlife Rescue of Society of Saskatchewan, my first call out was to go rescue an owl. And my love for owls is out of this world. I mean, my place is full of owls. So, anyhow, she pinned a location on the map out in the middle of God's country, not a soul around, on a dirt road that had been muddy. But anyhow, I drove up the road and I couldn't see him. So I came back around, and there he's standing, just so proud, standing there, but he was injured. He had a bad wing and a leg. So I got out this great big net they told me I had to have. I'll give it to you, Chris, because I'm sure it's just for fish. It was so big and I could hardly handle it. It was heavy. But anyhow, I walked up to him and he turned and he just swiveled his head and looked at me. And I thought, no, I'm not picking you up in a net, like caging you. So I got out a bath towel that I always carry for emergency. And I just went up behind him and I talked to him really quiet. And he just sat there. So I reached down behind him, picked him
Wow.
up, and I cradled him like a baby in my arms. And that great big yellow eye turned and it just kept looking at me. And I talked to him and said, "You're going to be okay. I'm taking you where you can be healed." And then I stood there for 5 minutes crying out loud. I couldn't believe the lady that's afraid of birds. And here I am holding this beautiful owl. He was a great
They
horned
are
owl.
beautiful.
He
What
was
was
just,
it? What
it
kind
blew
was
my
it?
mind.
What
But
kind of owl
anyhow,
was it?
from then on, it was just one owl after another. Birds. I even handled a bald eagle last year. So that was really amazing.
Judy, he wanted to know what kind of owl it was.
What kind? It was a great horned owl.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Oh, yes, they were
Oh,
like
yeah,
so.
huge. Yeah, they're beautiful.
Just
He
because
is,
of your birds, Judy, is going to connect you to, I promise you, over 1 billion people. Because in my family, I have a few bird watchers, but that right there is going to connect you to a lot of people. I'm
awesome.
really glad you got your story out. Like I said, I didn't know any of that stuff. You never thought to
Yes.
tell me, but I love it. I think it's awesome, and keep soaring, as they say.
Right. Fly with the eagles.
Fly with the Eagles. That was
Yes,
amazing.
yes.
I
We
love
have
birds.
our rehab center here is it's set up in a lady's house. And I mean, she's inundated with birds, every kind of bird, animal, mice. I've rescued mice, a nest of them. Just anything that has a heart is worth saving,
Yep.
whether it's man or beast, as far as I'm concerned. So she has gained purchased some land just out of Regina to put up a 1,500 square foot building. And
Nice.
we will be able to handle birds that have come in contact with oil from the lakes, from the spills and whatnot. Can handle everything in there, and it's just going to be so amazing. She's living in her house. She has a bedroom and a kitchen. That's it. And the rest of it is all converted for animals and birds and reptiles. And
Wow.
that's the only thing I don't handle is reptiles. No way. But I
Wow.
love my birds.
You
But
just
anyway,
added another 1 billion people with all the rest of the animals you just named.
yes, I
No,
know.
but there's a lot of people that do stuff with
But sorry
animals
to
like that.
ramble on like that, but
No, you
that's
did
me.
good. You did
Right,
fantastic.
Judy.
Thank you.
Wow, that was really good. And I'll make sure you get a copy of this, Judy.
Oh, awesome. Thank you.
You did great.
Thank you. And
Thank
you
you.
Wait,
guys are fantastic. Just keep up the good work.
Well,
yeah,
look what I got to
Chris,
work with. It's hard to work with this guy. Let me tell you.
Chris, I have a bet with you, if you
Okay.
remember from the other night, okay? Over my
Remind
headlight
me.
in my car.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to buy me a car down there for $1,600, a
Yeah,
2024 Mazda.
she's got a car that she loves, and the
right.
headlight went out, and the assembly is like $1,600. I'm like, you could
Right.
buy a nice little used car for 16, but she loves that car. So I'm
Well,
looking, I'm pretty far up north. I could find you a deal up here probably.
okay, you find me one and I'll fly down and drive it home.
All right. Judy, it's been a pleasure having you. Like I said, I love you. I'm really glad you shared out. You are going to connect to a lot of people with that story.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
As
very
long as I'm
much,
connected to
Judy.
you
That was
guys, I know everything's good. And
oh, I'm
yes,
so
Great.
glad.
we have a beautiful leader, and his family is out of this world. And you
Yes, of
guys too.
course.
I mean, you have a big heart, Marty, whether you take in children and grandchildren and give them a life. And Chris, you take the life of fish, but I guess it's your mainstay.
Wait a minute. I let most of them go. My son loves eating fish. I like fish too, but God did put some animals on this earth for us to consume. Remember that.
Exactly.
Hey, Judy,
Exactly.
most of those
Okay.
fish are only that big, okay?
Well,
So,
we're going out today. I actually got up this morning. We rented a boat from 1 to 5. It is cold and it is very windy. As you can see the water in the back, but we're going for it. We're going to try. It's a little cold for fishing, but we're going to see if we can get some big pikes and walleye, whatever. I might only come back with a small fish, but I usually let those go.
But hey, you have the day away. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I go to
Absolutely.
we have a beautiful park here right in the middle of Regina. And oh, sorry, we have a park here in the middle of Regina, and there's pelicans, geese, ducks, and I go and I feed them all winter and in the summer when they need it, and I watch out for injured birds. But anyhow, we have 3 pelicans there right now, and the mother is teaching the babies how to fish. And I
mm,
did some videos on it, and it's so amazing to watch them because they go in unison. She turns to them and makes a little squawk, and all 3 of them dip at the same time and come back with a little fish in their mouth and hurl right
oh,
down. I mean, it blows your
That's
mind to
cool.
watch them.
that
But
is
anyhow, thank you
cool.
guys. I really do appreciate this time.
Yep.
Thank you, Chris, for getting me off my chair
Yeah, you
and
didn't want to
talking.
come on doing it. Don't you feel good about yourself now? You did great.
Well, I do until I hear the replay, and then I'll be.
No,
No,
you
no,
did
no,
very
no. You did really, really
Anyhow,
well.
thank you guys, and God
All right.
bless both of you
thank you.
Have a
and your
great day,
families.
everybody. Judy, you were amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Oh, oh.